The special bond between a mother and her child is unlike any other. It starts from the moment a woman finds out she is pregnant, growing stronger when her newborn baby is placed in her arms. And when a mother begins to breastfeed, that bond becomes unbreakable, forever sealing a love so powerful it can hardly be explained.
Knowing that I'm his one and only source of food and sustenance meant so much to me. It was overwhelming because he needs me. He needs me more than I ever thought he would.
Beyond the emotional connection, breastfeeding is the best way for babies to receive all of the vital nutrients they need to develop. Breast milk provides an exact blueprint of a mother's immune history, and research shows that babies who are exclusively breastfed are less likely to develop certain health issues. While infant formula has been popular for years, there is a growing movement toward encouraging mothers to exclusively breastfeed. An increased number of hospitals have stopped giving mothers formula upon discharge and are employing more lactation consultants to help eager moms learn the art of breastfeeding. A political nod from Washington is giving even more momentum to this venerable act of love.
It was in the healthcare law that President Obama passed last year. The law now does not let a business kick anyone out if they are breastfeeding. They cannot ask them to leave the premises. For companies that have 50 or more employees and there's a mom who is breastfeeding or is pumping while at work, they now have to make an area for her to be able to do that. No longer will they be asked to go into the restroom. No longer will they be asked to go into the closet to go do that.
Mothers who choose to breastfeed in public or who are pumping breast milk at work have found it challenging to remain discreet while doing so. This has led to the development of lactation garments that allow a private matter to remain private. The advent of products like this further supports breastfeeding mothers by helping them achieve their goals.
A garment like this helps me feel secure, helps me get my job done, and it helps me provide for my child.
What was for a long time considered to be old-fashioned, breastfeeding is quickly becoming in vogue again. For mothers who want to be successful at it, encouragement is in abundant supply, giving merit to the old adage that breastfed babies are the best-fed babies.
The overwhelming feeling of love I felt from the moment they put Liam on my chest when he was born, I just can't put into words. And about 10 minutes after he was put on my chest, he began to root and look for food. And I later learned from a lactation consultant that he could smell the hormone that was being expressed through my breast that is also found in the amniotic fluid. So he made the connection, the natural connection, that there was food there. It is the birthright of every child to be breastfed. It is what they were born into this world naturally knowing how to do.
To secure the connection between a mother and her child, the baby cup has been developed to help mothers breastfeed in private, no matter where they are. Other coverage methods often expose mothers, creating anxiety and forcing many women to choose formula or bottle feeding instead. But the baby cup provides complete protection from exposure, giving mothers a peaceful and secure opportunity to breastfeed.
The inspiration behind the cup was to give that mother the security that she needs while in public breastfeeding. This complete cover, there is absolutely no exposure, whether it be from the hand openings or the top, from the side or from the bottom. There is no exposure. I won't allow exposure in this garment. I designed it specifically to cover every aspect of this breastfeeding process.
The durability factor is amazing. The baby cub is triple stitched. This can go through at least 200 washes and it won't break and you won't need to buy a new one. The colors that we chose with the fabrics will not fade. The fabrics that we chose are easily washable and all but 3 don't need ironing. We chose obviously Ultima Poplin for the hospital version. We have a Pimatex cotton and a very light flannel for our casual versions. And for the business version, we have a new suede, we have houndstooth.
It is longer at the front. As baby grows, then there's no ride up, no fear of ride up or exposure. And it can be worn outside as a cape.
We designed 2 hand slots in the front. to where she could easily hold the baby in one arm. And then with the other arm, if her cell phone rang, she could just reach her hand out, grab the cell phone without having to lift the baby cub up with fear of exposure. You could use this in a park, for example, in a very public setting. You can take this anywhere, and it folds up extremely small to where it'll fit in even into the smallest diaper bag.
The baby cub is easy to put on, can be size adjusted, and enables the mother to use her hands without fear of exposure, which is ideal for women who are breastfeeding or using a pump at work.
She can sit at her desk and pump if necessary. The tubing for the breastfeeding pump can be threaded underneath the garment or through the handholds, and she can continue work as normal.
I can return emails, take business calls, draft letters. I can do everything I normally would do and feel secure and feel safe, and it actually helps to take the chill off in a cold office as well. So for me, the baby cub has just been such a great thing to have at work.
And the creators of the baby cub are proud to say that the garment is manufactured right here in the USA.
We couldn't outsource this. It just didn't feel right. You know, we came over to this country in 1979, and this country has given a lot to us. And it's just our way of paying back.
I feel the baby cub is a protection, first of all, a protection for a mother's right, but it's also secure for a mother and child. Not one of us has a right to tell anyone how to bring up their child, how to feed their child. It is entirely a personal matter between the mother, the father, and the child. And this garment will make sure these women will have the freedom to feed where and whenever she can.
There is finally a garment that allows complete protection for a mother and her baby to enjoy this special time. The baby cub, breastfeeding in private, in public. For more information, visit thebabycub.com or call the number on your screen.